out for qualifying. And then we are to the race, and we apologize if you can hear that fan in the background. It is pretty hot in here, so once again, apologize for that, but it is very hot up here in the booth, and keep that fan on us. And Urbane in the 11 is throwing it back to Jimmy Johnson's stadium truck. If you want to know what this paint scheme is based off of, go ahead and look that up. Tomorrow we got NASCAR Xfinity Series action here at Darlington. Not on this network, that's over on Twitch Sports Network 1. But that's a throw. This whole weekend's throwback weekend. And with that, the 11 of Urbane starts on the pole for the Cookout Southern 200. And on Sunday, as Matt DiBenedetto starting in 4th, and Tyler Reddick in the 8, starting 6th. But on Sunday, it's the Cookout Southern 500, the first race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Jesse Little has slower times. 11 of Urbane, pole winner, throwing it back to Jimmy Johnson stadium truck. Grant Enfinger, unapproved body modification during qualifying. He's going to start at back. Here we go. Sheldon Green in the 2 for this race. And Urbane to lead this field with green flag in the air. And the Cookout Southern 200 is underway.
All right, you're clear.
Looks like we got 40 laps here in stage 1. And the 11 already tapped the wall. Yeah, you'll find that here at Darlington. You can tap the wall very easily. The 11 starting to pull away as he leads lap 1. That Jimmy Johnson throwback just looks so good on that number 11. And I just cannot wait until the playoffs start for the Camping World Truck Series. Yeah, our regular season finale is at Texas, which is the first race of the round of 12 for the Xfinity Series and Cup Series, and the first playoff race for the Xfinity Series. That's our regular season finale, but Talladega, the first race in the playoffs for us. Then we have our round eliminator a week later at the Charlotte Oval, in which 2 drivers will be eliminated. Then we go to the round of 8, and after Martinsville, 4 drivers will be out, and the last 4 head to Phoenix. Well, all of them head to Phoenix, but the last 4 head to Phoenix trying to race for a championship. Austin Hill up to 2nd. And the reason this race is not on Friday is because we will be busy this Friday and Saturday, so we're having the truck race today and the Xfinity Series race tomorrow here. And then on Sunday, we'll have the Cup race. Normally, the Cup race would have been Saturday. 367 laps, too, here at Darlington, the Southern 500. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy race. A long race and a crazy one. 4 drivers already, well, 2 drivers in a must-win situation, but 4 drivers below the cut line to start the round of 16 for the Cup Series, and they might want to hurry up and try to get up in there at least in points or win a race if they need to move on to the next round. And Jesse Little struggling and going to end up going a lap down.
Stay low, all clear.
Just 6 laps into this race. start of the season pretty good, running in the top 5. And ever since then, it just hasn't been his deck of cards. Look at all these trucks about to go a lap down. Granite, Finger,
Still there.
oh, and a bunch of others. 22, Austin Wayne-Self, Las Vegas. One winner, the first race at Las Vegas. Has been struggling ever since his win.
Alright, you're clear. All clear.
Keep in mind, the line is dashed, so you can go below the line. You can go anywhere on this track. Except the grass, if there is any, which I don't think there is. No, there's no grass on this track. Well, you could say you can go anywhere except for on pit road. But yeah, you don't want to speed on pit road, that's the thing for sure. Give us 1 second. We'll take a quick break. Called me, I call you back and you don't answer. Alright.
Still there. You're low.
No, throwbacks on these trucks look great. I can't wait to tune into Twitch Sports Network 1 and watch that Xfinity Cup race. You see all those throwbacks. Tyler Reddick.
Clear high. Clear high.
Goes a lap down. Ross Chastain's up to second. Sheldon Creed it is. Strapped into that truck for this race, and he'll actually be in that truck the rest of the season. And Tanner Gray goes a lap down. The good news for these trucks is they know we're going to get some cautions. So if they go a lap down early, they're going to get some cautions. Get a chance to get back on the lead lap, but you want to get back on the lead lap before the 11 makes it back around and putting multiple laps down. So you know he can do that too. Yeah, he's proven that he can do that a lot this season. He really knows how to make his way around the track. Zane Smith goes a lap down along with Brett Moffitt. All clear. Ben Rhodes gonna go a lap down.
Clear down low.
Stuart Friesen. He won the season opening truck race at Daytona. Struggled ever since. He's gonna go a lap down. Jesse Little 2 laps down. Kyle Busch in the 51 gonna go a lap down along with Natalie Decker. The first top 10 of the season. She's currently running in. Agus to go 18. He's gonna go a lap down. Greenfield gonna go 2 laps down.
Alright, you're clear.
Johnny Sauter moves up to second, but the 11 is sure coming up pretty fast as Austin Wayne-Self gonna go 2 laps down.
Alright, clear outside.
Yeah, some of these trucks are already 2 laps down. That's how fast the 11 is. Yeah, mind, the 11 does have damage though, but more than likely not gonna fix it until the end of the stage. As you see him going all the way below that dash line so he can put everybody a lap down, and now every truck is at least 1 lap down. Some of them 2 laps down. But Johnny Sauter got stuck in them lap trucks. That allowed the 11 to go below the dash line and get around them all and put Sauter and everybody else on this 1 lap down. Now we don't know. This stage could go caution free. I mean, I doubt it based off the season, but this stage could very much so go caution free. It just really depends. Austin Hill back to second, but he's a lap down.
Clear all around.
Matt DiBenedetto up to second. He's a lap down, unfortunately. Ankrum can't catch a break. He's going to go 2 laps down.
All clear.
26 to go in stage 1.
Use it if you need it.
Ross Chastain back up to second. Unfortunately, a lap down loss. Everybody is at least 1 lap down. I mean, I know we've said that a couple of times now, but just in case any new viewers tuning in, every truck is at least 1 lap down. That's what you need. We're almost halfway through stage 1 already. Yeah, 25 to go. Once we get to 20 to go, we're halfway through stage 1.
All right, you're clear.
Obviously, I mean, anybody would know that, but we're just saying. 11 got into the wall again. Yeah, he's moving that wall a couple of times, but notice, not anything too big, just a small little contact, and that's going to happen here at the Lady in Black, which is the nickname for Darlington Raceway. That's going to happen here. It could happen at any track. Yeah, it happens at Dover a lot with them off turn 2. And I remember Irving was racing there in the Cup race, and with 2 laps to go.
You got room. You're clear.
Oh, wait, no, he took the white flag at first, come back around off turn 2, and Miles the Monster bit him, hit the wall, and ended up finishing 8th. His teammate went on to get his 2nd win of the season. Yeah, we actually brought you coverage of that race.
All right, clear outside.
Too. So, and we have the coverage, and like we were mentioning before, you can run below that dash line, so what the 11 did there was not illegal. Yeah, since this track has a dash line, you can really run anywhere, except in turns 3 and 4, you don't want to run below it, at least in the turn, because that's where pit road starts and you end up on pit road. Yeah, and you really don't want to go down there if there's a truck down there either to get trying to get back on the track and back up to speed so you can get back on the track, because then that's where you're going to run into a problem as well. But it is not illegal to go down there. In fact, up on the track itself, there's barely enough room to pass. It can be done. Usually only 2 wide. But I mean, if you want to send it like 3 or 4 wide, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to like go below the double yellow line, or not the double yellow line, the dashed white lines. Ben Rhodes up to 10th, which will be 2 laps down now. A little contact with him in the 11, but everybody keeps it straight. We stay green. There's that 3 wide we were talking about. The 11 goes below the dash lines and makes the pass. There's another 3 wide.
All right, halfway through. All right, you're clear.
And we're halfway through stage 1.
You're all clear up top. All clear.
Everybody more than 1 lap down there. He's guaranteed that he's going to keep his position when he pits at the end of the stage.
You got room. You're clear.
You gotta go for it. That's one thing for sure.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
He's got to catch up to Ross Chastain and pass him. But you don't want to go too fast that you send it into the wall too hard and bring out the first yellow. Clay Greenfield almost did that. He got clipped by the 11. Unfortunately, the 11 slowed down. We still got 18 laps to run here in stage 1.
Careful, still there. All clear.
Oh, we're just
Clear
having
high,
that
clear high.
in the
All
draft.
high. Careful. Clear high, bud. All clear.
Come in.
Check out my nose. I hit myself in my nose really hard in the finish racket. It did something because it is bleeding.
Oh, it's gonna. And by the way, I tried to call you back and you didn't answer.
I didn't mean to call you. I thought that was you. Does it look fine?
No, like don't move because it's gonna hurt worse. Does that hurt? Then you're good. Yeah, you're good then. If that would have hurt, or if your nose was like big and swollen, then that's a problem. All right, guys. Back to racing here.
All right, you're clear.
17 laps to go, and can the 11 get around Chastain before the yellow comes
Careful,
out?
still
If
there.
it does, and it
clear.
does.
On the outside now.
Now everybody's at least 2 laps down. I remember he did this
Still there.
at Martinsville in the Cup Series. Everybody was put like at least more than 10 laps down. He won the Cup race there and actually led every lap in that race. Oh, Renume almost went around. That would have brought out the first caution. Yeah, I think at this point, unless if you pass Chastain again before the caution comes out, I think you want the rest of the stage to go caution free. Yeah, but we know it's realistically not going to happen. I mean, based off of what we've seen this season, we know there's at least one caution that comes out in each stage. And we're not talking about at the end of the stage, we're talking about in the middle of the stage. Laps to go in stage 1. And there it is. This is what we were talking about. There's at least one caution that comes out at the stage.
Alright, good smart out here.
All the 11 has to do is, if he wants to guarantee keeping the lead, when he pits at the end of the stage, he's got to get around Chastain and put another lap down. I mean, like we were said, it's not a stage going caution free has not happened before this season, and I knew stage 1 here was not going to go without at least one caution. And as long as the 11 can stay up to speed, it shouldn't be that hard to make his way back around the track real quick and get Chastain another lap down in these final 11 laps of stage 1, but it will be hard if another caution comes out, because then that puts Chastain back on the lead lap. Yeah, before that caution, Chastain was 2 laps down. And then the yellow came out. Now he's 1 lap down. So the 11's going to try to race his way back around and hopefully put him another lap down.
And to go.
Well, after this race, we got 3 races to go in the regular season for the Camping World Truck Series. But right now we have 4, including this race. Laps to go in stage 1. So we know if the 11 cannot make it around and put Chastain another lap down before the end of the stage, we know he's going to restart second, because the other trucks are still going to be a couple laps down. And that's not really bad. You go in and get that damage from the wall fixed, and you get 4 fresh Goodyear tires and splash of snowmobile fuel. Get back out there, and you pass Chastain, and you do it again. 8 laps laps to go. Hopefully the rest of this stage can go caution-free, but even with less than 10 to go, there's cautions that have come out in the stages, so you really don't know until you know. Well, the only way I see it coming out is if somebody gets wrecked, or if one of these lap trucks don't really do what they're supposed to and leave enough room for the faster trucks get themselves wrecked. But if they don't, if nobody wrecks and nobody gets wrecked, then the rest of this stage could potentially go caution-free. Jesse Little been in last the entire race so far. Even more laps down, and you know that if you're at the rear of the field and every other truck is at least one lap down,
You're clear.
then it's going to take a lot for you to be able to get back on the lead lap.
All right, clear outside.
6 laps to go.
All right, you're clear.
6 to go, and the 11 is in lap traffic.
All right, clear outside.
Chastain, do they make it to the end of the stage for the 11 laps? Or will the 11 lap them again? Because if the 11 laps the 40 of Chastain again, then when at the end of the stage, when the caution goes out, Chastain will get the free pass, and the 11 will stay in the lead, regardless of pitting for that damage repair and fuel and tires.
Still there. You got room. You're clear.
5 laps to go. 5 laps to catch Chastain.
All clear.
What's going to happen? Well, the 11 is fast, so realistically, if he gets a little more faster, then he realistically could catch the 40 before the end of the stage. 4 laps to go. Keep in mind, what the 11 is doing is illegal, or not illegal, yeah, I almost said illegal. It is legal here at Darlington because the lines are dashed. Why he would do something if it was illegal, so that was definitely a bad mix over there. Meanwhile, we still got 3 laps to go, and Chastain looks like he might be pulling farther ahead.
You got room. You're clear. Clear high, bud.
Laps to go in stage 1. Now 2 to go. It was 3 to go, now it's 2 to go. The spotter of Chastain is telling him that the 11 is fast. There's 2 laps to go. The 11 is fast, but does the 11 have enough speed to get up there and catch Chastain?
We're all clear up top.
That's the question. If he has enough speed, it's going to have to be on the final lap that he passes Chastain. Because he got what it takes. And the back of Ben Rhodes.
Careful, still there. All right, clear outside. Clear high.
Back around.
All clear.
He has a run. And at the last second, Chastain goes 2 laps down as the 11 wins stage 1. What in the world? Yeah, we were kind of cringing up here in the booth. Not gonna lie, we were like, there's no way he catches Chastain. But off of 4, he got one heck of a run. And he didn't let that other lap truck get in the way, and right around Chastain he goes. How about that, though? A last lap pass to put him 2 laps down? That was, wow. Wow, that's gonna go down in the record books for sure. And in the entire race, we have 95 to go.
All right.
But here we go for stage 2.
Ready.
And the green flag is out. Stage 2 underway. 37 laps in stage 2. And we know the 11's fast. Oh, he got in the wall though. Did get in the wall a little bit. Well, you know Chastain is probably not very happy that he got passed on the last lap. Put another lap down when he could have gotten. He was just literally feet away from getting the free pass and back on the lead lap. But the 11 ran him down on the final lap. Put him 2 laps down again. Now we want to see if he can make it back around, put him 3 laps down. To go in stage 2. We have completed 3 laps, or 2 laps. We're about to complete 3 laps, which will make it back around. So we've had 2 cautions this entire race so far. One with just a couple laps to go. I would say 16 to go in stage 1, and then 1 at the end of stage 1. See how long we last under green until one comes out in this stage. Take your hats off to the 11. I mean, came out here and won the first stage. Here he sits, currently in the lead, Chastain 2 laps down, and he has enough speed that unless the caution comes out, he might be able to run Chastain down again. I think the caution's going to come out just before the 11 gets to him.
Stay low. All clear.
Yeah, that's always the
clear high.
thing you risk when trying to run down a driver and put them more than 2 laps down, is the caution running out before you make it to
Hold your line. Got one outside.
and having a restart.
All right, you're clear. Clear up top. You got room. You're clear. Clear all
And
around.
Chastain stuck in lap traffic. 11's going to have to do something to get away from it, and he does. He goes below the dash line, and Chastain 3 laps down.
All clear.
Or 2 laps down again, actually. That's right, you got the free pass at the end of the stage, so he'll be 3 laps down next time if the 11 makes it back around.
You're all clear up top. All right, clear outside. You're all clear up top.
Just less than 30 to go here in stage 2. experience that that's most likely going to change. There's going to be at least one caution here in stage 2.
Alright, you're clear.
There always is. But we know at least most of the laps will be under green flag conditions before one does. The 11's still pretty fast out there though. Trying to catch up to Chastain and pull him another lap down.
Careful, still
This
there.
is our last
All
trip
clear.
to Darlington for the season. Won't be back here again until
You're clear.
next season, and next week it's off to the Great Cornstalks of Iowa for our last race there for the season. We won't be back there again until next season.
Alright, you're clear.
And there's a caution. Chastain just one lap down, but Iowa racing next week. And the last time we went there, that was when the 11 got his first win of the season. Remember, we went to Daytona. He got crashed with 2 laps to go. No caution came out. Stuart Friesen went on to win that race. And then the second race of the season at Las Vegas, finished 4th, where Austin Wainsell won. And then a week later at Iowa, got his first win of the season. He will for sure be a favorite to win there. Again. That is one thing's for sure. 17 laps to go in stage 2. So getting down to the wire, and you know the 11's going to try to make it back around to Chastain, get him another lap down again. He was trying to put him 3 laps down at the time the caution came out. But, you know he's going to try to make it back around, put him another lap down. That way he gets to keep the lead, either on a restart or in the final stage. And we don't have very many laps to go here in stage 2, getting down to the wire. So Chastain's going to get back on the lead lap, then he's going to have to keep the 11 from putting him another lap down from now between to the green and white checkered flag, then get the free pass at the end of stage 2, then go back and try to win the race in stage 3, which is the final stage. But for right now, the 11's pretty fast, and he managed to pull away from everybody else very quickly. With 15 to go here in stage 2. Yeah, so we know the 11's absolutely going to win the stage. Unless if another caution comes out, Chastain gets back on the lead lap, then he has some pressure to deal. But for right now, oh, there it is. Chastain's pitting. Was he involved? Chastain does get the free pass. He's back on the lead lap. But was Chastain involved in that wreck?
Be ready here.
12 laps go in stage 2.
All clear.
And in the final 12 laps, I think he tried to get around Chastain at least once as we have a truck out of the race. Get around him once, put him on the lap down, then you should be fine going into the pits. And the final stage, probably put him 3 laps down, that way you can do a green flag pit stop at the, when you need to, if you need to. Oh! I think that's Matty D out of the race. What in the world happened there? 11 laps to go here in stage 2. Well, Chastain pit, so there must have been contact between Chastain and Matty D, if that is on pit road. But regardless, the truck on pit road, there must have had been contact between the two. That brought the caution out, and it looks like it happened right off of turn 4 here. And that was that.
10 laps to go.
Laps to go. So unless if the 11 makes it back around and puts Chastain another lap down, third place, currently going to get the free pass. Get a lap back. That 11 is looking fast, and there's 9 laps to go, but that is still plenty of time. Unless if the caution comes out for the 11 to make his move. Now we had 2 cautions here in stage 2, so a total of 4 cautions in the race. And we know there's a caution coming at the end of this stage. And Chastain knows he's on the lead lap. He doesn't want to go a lap down again, but if he does, then he gets the free pass for the final stage. 8 laps to go in stage 2. The 11 just came out here and was dominant. He won both stages in the truck race last Friday at Daytona and then turned around and won the race. Pretty dominant in that one too. He's a good Darlington racer, that's one thing for sure. He knows this track well, knows how to race here. And then these final 7 laps at the line.
You got room. You're clear.
You know he's going to do what he can to run down Chastain.
All clear. All right, clear outside.
Well, you know he's going to do what he can to try to win this race too. Yeah, even win the race.
All right, you're clear. You got room. You're clear.
Chastain's spotter's telling him the 11's fast again, so you better hope the caution comes out. Or if he does lap you, you get the free pass, so you don't have anything to really worry about.
Clear high, bud.
Well, the 11 says to his spotter that he has eyes on Chastain. He's just got to make it up there and around in the final 6 laps
All the way to the wall.
before the caution comes out, if it does. And then he should be fine.
You're all clear up top.
Well, then if you do get around Chastain, you better hope the caution doesn't come out again before the end of the stage. Chastain knows that the lap truck kind of slowed the 11 down, but the 11 has a run coming off of 4. That's exactly what happened at the end of stage 1 when he put him 2 laps down. Had a run coming off of 4, and there was nothing Chastain could do. I mean, he had a car underneath him, and then the 11 just goes right underneath the car underneath Chastain, or the truck underneath Chastain, laps Chastain again just before the start-finish line. Well, like we were saying before, you better hope the caution doesn't come out with more than 4 laps to go
Clear high, bud.
in the stage, because then that's where you're going to run into trouble. Chastain will be back on the lead lap, and there's 4 laps to go in the stage.
Clear all around.
So Chastain knows he's getting the free pass at the end of the stage when the 5th caution comes out. So 1 caution in stage 1, caution at the end of stage 1, then 2 cautions so far here in stage 2. Make up 4, and then 5 will be when it comes out at the end of stage 2. We have 2 to go. Stage 2. And again, hats off to the 11. He came out here so far.
All clear.
Very good.
You got room. You're clear. All clear. 2 this time by.
One to go at the line.
All clear.
Well, if the caution comes out now, not only will Chastain get the free pass, but the 11 would be the stage 1 or stage 2 winner, excuse me.
All clear.
And we are on the final lap of stage 2.
White flag. Next time by. Clear low, bud.
So we had 40 laps in stage 1, 37 laps here in stage 2. And once we restart the final stage, we'll be able to tell you how many to the final checkered flag.
Stop for use 58.
We know they might need to make at least 1 green flag pit stop.
All right, you're clear.
or a caution pit stop, depending on what flag comes
All
out.
right,
But
you're clear.
they might at least need to make one pit stop in the final stage. We will see as the 11 will sweep both stages 1 and 2 here at Darlington. So Urbane, Chastain, Infinger, Crafton, and Decker make up the top 5. Chastain gets the free pass back on the lead lap. Oh, everybody else is 4 or 5 laps down.
Coming to the green, driver.
And we go green in the final stage green flag. 57 laps of fuel, whoop,
All right,
and
you're
52
clear.
to go, so these trucks can go right to the final checkered flag. They might make a pit stop. Some of them might make pit stops, but you don't need to, because even if the caution comes out, you can still make it to the end of the race. And we forgot to check and see who was out of the race, so we will just tell you at the end, but we are pretty sure that was Matty D. Him and Chastain definitely got together because Chastain hit, and it is Matty D. So a heartbreaker for Matty D in the throwback race. Have to try again next week at Iowa. As he's getting down to his final chances to win a race. Matty D currently not in the playoff picture. But he is in a good position in the points to where he probably could make it in on points. So even if he doesn't win at Iowa or Bristol, the next 2 tracks, he could probably do something in the regular season finale. And even if he doesn't win that race, he could still do something to at least make the playoffs. Well, we know 2 trucks are going to be one and done, unfortunately, when we do get to those playoffs. And then 8 of them will survive to the next round. And then after the next round, unfortunately, only 4 of them will survive. So 4 of them will be 2 and done. As I think the 11 kind of lost his truck for a minute there. So he stayed low there. So he made sure there was not a serious problem. So 5 cautions in this race so far. Probably at least going to be 2 cautions here in the final stage. But 48 to go. Why don't we do a crank it up at the line? Remember, if the caution comes out, we will announce the caution, and then we will go back to crank it up after the restart. But we're going to do a crank it up right now.
All clear. All right, you're clear. Clear high, bud. All right, you're clear. You're all clear up top.
32 laps to go. And this race has just been a good race for the 11.
Alright, you're clear.
Chastain is still on the lead lap, too. Oh no, he's one lap down.
Alright, you're clear.
Never mind. Must have missed something during the
All clear.
crank it up, but Chastain only one lap down. We know there's a caution coming soon.
They're all around.
Probably somewhere in the final 30 laps. Maybe even the final 40.
You're all clear on the bottom. You got room. You're clear. Car outside. Hold your line. Alright, you're clear. All clear. The car on the outside now. All clear. Alright, you're clear. Alright, you're clear. Alright, you're clear.
40 laps to go.
All clear.
Chastain's getting caught up to again, but keep in mind, he's not another lap down until the 11 gets around him, so the caution could come out and give Chastain the free pass and then the lead and put him back on the lead lap. Either that's going to happen or the 11 will make it around.
All clear.
Well, apparently if you throw back to Jimmy Johnson, though, you're going to have a dominant day
Alright,
in the
you're
throwback
clear.
race. That's currently how it's looking as we reach 39 to go.
All clear. Clear high. Clear high.
But 40 is starting to has pulled away from all those other trucks, but the 11's just way too fast. And unless if the caution comes out, I see the 11 catching. I go around this track 38 more times. Could it be the 11, or will Chastain get 2 laps back
Still there. All clear.
and somehow manage to pull off a win? We will have to see. Usually it gets good in the closing laps. Still have yet to see a caution in this final stage, but we know one is coming soon. Usually excessive. There it is. We were getting ready to say, usually prolonged green flag runs, caution comes out. Chastain gets one of his laps back.
Coming to the green, driver. Almost
It's
ready.
now only one lap down, and there's the green flag.
Gonna go high now. Clear high. Clear high.
34 to go. And lap traffic is usually so slow that it usually gives the leaders a run off when the restart happens. So that is why the 11 managed to pull away so quickly. At this point, it's a race between the 11 and 40. The 11's trying to keep the 40 one or more laps down in the closing laps and win the race, and the 40's trying to get back on the lead lap and then put the 11 under pressure. There was one time in this race where Chastain was on the lead lap again, and that was when we restarted here in the final stage. Fortunately, still one lap down with 32 to go. And it did look like when that caution came out, the 11 did tag the 97 a little bit. Yeah, but at that point in time, when you got a car or a truck running into a turn, you know the truck's going to come up the track a little bit, so you should either go to the bottom side or give a little extra space between that truck and the 11, or that truck and yourself. 31 laps to go. And now 30 to go, and again, still plenty of laps left, so a caution could come out and Chastain could get back on the lead lap. But the only way that's going to stop him from doing that is if the 11 gets back around him and puts him 2 laps down again. Well, the 11 almost into the bottom wall. I think he had to move around in his seat a little bit, that's why. But did it slow the 11 down a bunch? Where Chastain can maybe pull away and try to catch back up to him and pass him for his lap back. With 29 to go, I'm thinking you're just hoping for a caution before he gets around you. Well, you know if he catches up to, as we got 2 trucks out of the race now, but you know if he catches up to Jesse Little, he's going to catch you eventually. Yeah, because Jesse Little, for the entire race, has been last. Same with Clay Greenfield. He's been practically last the entire race, along with Austin.
All right, so they're outside.
But you know if he gets around those trucks, he's coming for you, and he's coming fast.
All right, you're clear. Clear high, bud. All clear. All clear. Clear high, bud.
Chastain, though, having a good day, been running second
Clear high, bud.
practically all day, but that's because 3rd through 30th is either 5 or more laps down. Oh, got into the back of John Hunter and Nemechek, got him sideways a little. That, if John Hunter and Nemechek would have spun, Chastain would have got the lead lap, back on the lead lap because he would have got the free pass. Yeah, and
All clear.
the spotter just told Chastain that the 11 got into the back of the 4 and the 4 got sideways. Chastain was hoping that he would maybe do a self-spin even to bring out the caution. 26 to go. Yeah, I mean, a self-spin would get John Hunter and Nemechek in trouble with the officials, but it would help out Chastain because the caution would come out and he'd get back on the lead lap. But instead, here comes the 11 right up his tail. Well, for the minute, he did tag the wall. Now he's got the speed. He's going to make it around these 2. Yep. Chastain's up there in turn 1 already.
All right, you're clear.
And look at the 11. Enough speed, he's running them down. If this was a race for the lead between the 11 and 40, the 11 would have almost had it there, got the wall a little bit. But now he has it.
Still there. Clear high, bud.
Oh, but now he's got Todd Gillen on the bottom and he goes low. Chastain 2 laps down again.
All clear.
24 to go.
All clear.
So we've had 6 cautions in this race. We know a 7th is definitely coming soon because prolonged green flag laps usually indicate a caution coming out when you least expect it to. Let's hope that's not the case and we have a green flag run all the way to the finish. That was very respectful of Eckes to know that the 11 was faster than him, so he moves up and out of the way.
All clear.
Clay Greenfield, make sure he's always out of the way. Kyle Busch running 8th, but still a bunch of laps down. Probably wishing he wasn't. To go.
Clear high, bud.
racetrack is such a fun track, though, to race on 2 times a season.
All the way to the wall.
Yeah. Hopefully a new racetrack never replaces one of the dates of this track. 21 laps to go. It's in the talks, though, at least for next season, to replace the first Phoenix race with Chicagoland here in this league. But they don't know for sure yet. That means they would go to Phoenix only for the championship weekend. 20 laps to go.
You got it. All clear.
Way to think about it, we're 10 laps away from 10 to go.
You're clear.
Hopefully it stays green, but we know it's most likely not. Yeah, the caution's going to come out, and then we'll probably have a green flag run to the end after the 7th caution. But the 7th caution definitely going to come out. To go, and you know the 11's just counting down until he sees that white flag. Well, the 11 could even go down pit road, get damage fixed, more fresh tires, and a splash of fuel if he wants if the caution does come out. Because he's 2 laps ahead of Chastain.
You got room. You're clear. All right, you're clear.
Well, he's looking fast. He looks like he could make it 3 this time. But keep in mind, the last time he almost put Ross Chastain 3 laps down, the caution came out. 18 laps remain. Chastain is in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Now off turn 4. And the 11 is now entering turns 3 and 4. But is catching up.
Clear high, bud.
Yeah, I really won't be surprised if the 11 does catch him before the caution comes out and puts him a lap down with 17 to go, another lap down with 17 to go, because he's just had that speed day. And a Jimmy Johnson throwback, sure, it may be the Jimmy Johnson stadium truck and not any NASCAR vehicle, but I mean, still. Could it be because he's running a Jimmy Johnson throwback that he's so dominant today? Well, keep in mind, though, he's been dominant in other races before this race, too, so I don't think it has anything to do with the race or the throwback that he's running. 16 to go. Spotter is starting to tell Chastain that the 11 is catching up to him. Chastain in the middle of the back straightaway, and the 11 coming off turn 2. Which, keep in mind, turn 2 here used to actually be turn 4. But then a repave, and then they moved the straightaway to the front. Yeah, they moved the start-finish line to the front. So what used to be turn 2 is now turn 4.
Careful, still there. All right, clear outside.
Well, either way, this track is still fun. Yes, it is. Oh, Nemechek! There's the caution. Chastain only 1 lap down. Or not Nemechek, that was actually Tyler Reddick in the lead.
We're going green.
But Tyler Reddick with a blown engine.
Green now.
There's the green flag. We knew the 7th caution was coming soon. Unfortunately, Tyler Reddick wasn't able to make it the last 15 laps. Now it's 12 laps to go. So that's very unfortunate. That means 29 trucks are left in the race, but now, this is where you should have your green flag run to the end. Yeah, 12 to go, this is probably going to be your green flag run to the end. 11 laps to go. But keep in mind, there could still be a caution. So there could still be an 8th caution by the time this race is over. There could even be 10 cautions. There could be 20 cautions before this race is over. to go next time by. Actually, this time by, now that he's in between turns 3 and 4. Chastain finally not starting in the tail end of the field and finally starting right front with the 11. But the 11 still managed to pull away from him. Yeah, and even if Chastain finishes on the lead lap, I think the 11 has what it takes to win the restart. But he's going to have to do that if the caution does come out. We restarted this stage with 52 to go in the entire race. Now we're down to less than 10 to go. It's been an exciting throwback race. And cannot wait to do it again next year. There's talks about moving the throwback race to the first race here. Instead of the round of 16 weekend for the Cup Series. So we'll have to stay tuned for that and see if that is the case.
Hard from the outside.
8 laps to go.
Clear high, bud. Outside. You're all clear.
Once we get down to 5 to go, we'll tell you the rules of overtime, just in case we do end up going.
Clear outside. All right, you're clear. All right,
So,
clear outside.
Stay tuned for that.
All right, you're clear. All the way to the wall. Clear high, bud. All right, you're clear.
And we decided to start SRX up again next week instead, since it was Memorial Day this week.
Clear high, bud.
So SRX is starting back up. We will bring you coverage of that. All 6 laps remain. Next time by, the flagger will put 5 fingers in the air and wave it up and down, telling the 11 that he has 5 laps to go.
All the way to the wall.
This really has been the 11's race. I mean,
All right, clear outside.
what a day and what a race out of the 11.
All right, you're clear. All clear. 5 to go, driver.
5 to go.
Hold your line. Got one outside. All the way to the wall.
So basically the rules of overtime: 2-lap shootout, green, white, checkered finish. If the leader takes the white flag under green, the next flag ends the race. Caution prior to the leader taking the white flag, we re-rack them and restart them. And you get unlimited attempts at a green, white, checkered finish. So we will go to as many overtimes as it takes until a winner is declared. Now keep in mind, Chastain is back on the lead lap now. But he's going to restart at the tail end of the field. So a 2-lap shootout, green, white, checkered finish. Here we go. Green flag. Since Chastain starting at the tail end of the field, this is definitely going to be the 11th race. We're not quite to overtime yet, but still, this is technically a green, white, checkered finish because we restarted with 2 laps to go. So if the 11 makes it back to the start-finish line and sees the white flag under green, the next flag ends the race. Caution prior to it, we go to overtime, and, well, you know the rules. And no overtime today. White flag, 1 lap to go. So Chastain is going to finish the race on the lead lap, but the 11 dominated the day, and I think he led every lap in this race. So, trucks will get loaded up later tonight and head up to Iowa. And the 11.
Great job,
wins the Cookout, the Cookout Southern 200 here at Darlington Raceway. In a throwback to Jimmy Johnson's stadium truck. Park it down there at the end of the start-finish line. And that is that. How about that, though? That is a big one. 31.875, the fastest lap led by Urbane. And yes, he led all 135 laps today. And Enfinger starting 32nd, finished 5th. And Matt DiBenedetto starting 4th and finished dead last, so yes, he was the first truck out of the race. And let's take a look at your top 10. So Chastain does finish on the lead lap, but gosh, from 3rd down finishes 5 or 8 laps down. But that was definitely a wild race. Just gotta grab a quick screenshot of this. Well, that does it for the Cookout Southern 200. So long, everybody. We hope you enjoyed.